Loki became the most powerful in the MCU, becoming the one above all. That's what we're going to explain to you with the conclusion of the last episode of Loki. This video contains spoilers. The latest episode of Loki has been released, revealing a lot, including some Easter eggs you may not have noticed, such as the appearance of the Watcher. If you want a video just about the Easter eggs in the series, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and comment, make a video about Easter eggs. We can see that in the last episode, Loki manages to control temporal slips, becoming a time-controlling being even compared to the one who remains. However, all of this turned out to be therapeutic for Loki, as he learned many life philosophies, transforming from a major villain into a hero who sacrifices himself. But wait, I'll explain why. At the end of the episode, we saw Loki destroying all temporal branches, which would lead to the end of the Marvel Universe. However, he used his powers to correct all timelines, but at a very high cost. He became trapped to keep the branches alive, similar to what the one who remains was doing. Loki saw that without this, nothing would exist anymore, and to protect the entire universe, he decided to sacrifice his freedom to keep everything alive. But you may be wondering, how did he become the most powerful being in Marvel? Simply put, he is now the controller of all multiverses, giving him the ability to erase an entire timeline if he wishes. Remember when, in the first Avengers movie, he took the Tesseract and disappeared? Now we understand that he was watching it all. The entire Marvel Universe now passes through Loki's eyes, but he cannot yet interact, making him similar to the most powerful being in Marvel, the one above all, who is omnipresent, omniscient, and omnipotent. However, there's a catch. Loki has the ability to clone himself, and he could do this in each timeline to try to keep them all stable while the original Loki sits and keeps them alive. This would give Loki omniscience, as he knows everything, past, present, and future. His power to destroy the universe by releasing a branch gives him omnipotence, and his ability to clone himself and be in all branches gives him omnipresence. All of this doesn't rule out the possibility of him being Stan Lee all along. Even though Stan Lee's appearances are considered tributes, who's to say that's all they were? Maybe it was Loki disguised, controlling the proper functioning of the timelines. Because even in other universes, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, Stan Lee was in all these multiverses. After this last episode of Loki, we see that the only one with such power is Loki, and he has become the Prime Avenger, the most powerful character in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, surpassing the one who remains and the one above all. But can we conclude that Loki is actually the one above all? If we analyze it, it makes total sense. Having control over all temporal branches gives Loki incredible power beyond time itself. Nothing we've seen in Marvel so far compares to the level of power Loki has attained as the Time Controller. Just the fact that he can control temporal slips and go back in time without any limits already makes him the most powerful, as in any fight he might lose, he can go back in time and do it again. So, this level of power surpasses even Wanda. Despite her manipulating dimensions, she is bound by time, and Loki is not. He is where no one dares to go, and we can't think of anyone as powerful as him. While the entire MCU is set in 3 dimensions, Loki has become a being of the 4th dimension, controlling everything. It can be said that Marvel has reached a level of power demonstration that shows who the true supreme god of Marvel has been all along, and no one will compare to him. Now we have to wait and see what he will show us in the future. But for now, the most powerful being in Marvel is Loki. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel, share your theories about this wonderful last episode of Loki in the comments.